friends, today we worked on our summer bucket glyph. The first page I need you to take is your shovel. We're carefully going to cut out our shovel. I'm going to cut out and you're going to cut out. If you need to pause the video while you're cutting still, you can go right ahead. I'm going to carefully cut right on those outer black lines though, okay? And do a neat job because you worked hard on this. So I've got my shovel, the outside of it, all cut out. Remember, you can push pause and then come back to me in a minute. Now, I still have a white part here. Watch what I'm going to do. Normally we wouldn't do this, but we're going to use this cut for something else too. I'm going to cut right in the middle here, right in the middle of my handle there, into that white part. So then I can go right around on that inside and cut, turn my paper, cut that white part right out. Now I have my shovel. And yes, it has a cut handle, but that's okay. So we're going to set this right down for a minute and look back at our page. And remember, we colored in one of these items on the bottom. I colored in my goggles and this nose plug. So we're going to cut it out. Now, this is a tricky one to cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to kind of cut around the outside just neatly instead of cutting all the little details out of it. The sandcastle or the seashell, you may be able to cut all the details out. But for my goggles and nose plug, I just cut around like that. So push pause if you need to until you have it cut out and then come back to me. All right, friends, we're going to take our goggles or sandcastle or seashell and set that right aside with my shovel. Now, we are left with our buckets. 1, 2, 3. Remember, you wrote your paragraph. You finished your sentence. You added 2 detail sentences to explain this. And then you added a concluding sentence. If you didn't do that, push pause now and make your corrections to it. Then come back to me. Otherwise, friends, what we're going to do is we're going to take these pages and we're going to cut out our buckets. So let's push pause and we're going to cut out all 3 of our buckets. All right, I have all 3 parts of my bucket cut out except for one section. I haven't cut this part out yet. I'm going to show you a trick. We do not want to cut right through the handle this time. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to gently fold it like this, not crease it, just fold it like this. Okay, then I'm going to take my scissors and make a cut right here on this white part. Like a mouth now. Let's open it on up. This gives me a place to put my scissors in now so that I can now cut out this white space. So now I'm just going around my handles, now that I could get in there, and around my green part of my bucket, so that I now have my bucket with my space. Hi. So you're going to push pause and do that to all 3 of your buckets and then come back to me. All right, welcome back. So we now have our handles cut out and all 3 of our bucket pieces. We're going to take our bucket with our paragraph and put it on the bottom, okay, with your writing facing up. Right on top of that is going to be our sentence starter one. I'm going to line those up so my handles are lined up. And then on top of that is your summer bucket cover. Now I have all 3 together like a little bucket. And now I'm going to take my shovel and remember how we made that cut? I'm going around my handles of my bucket so that my cut is in the back Okay. And I'm simply going to take some tape. And now I can put tape around that cut. Okay, I started in the back and I'm going to wrap it around the inner handle of my shovel. You might want an adult to help you. Around, up, and over. Around, up, and over. So now that's on. And look at, now my bucket stays together because my shovel goes around it. And now I'm going to take my little picture and I can glue that on the front also. Or I can take some tape and make it into a loop and put that right on my bucket. Now you have a completed summer bucket craft. If you would like to go back and color in these letters on your bucket and color in the other 2 pages on your bucket to finish off your bucket project, you will have a beautiful beach summer bucket glyph. Show all of your favorites. You had these 2 pages we tore off. This blue page tells you exactly what each of these colors stood for and why we colored them in. So you can share with someone how this bucket shows all of your summer favorites. Happy Beach Day, friends. I'll see you at 11:45 for our Father's Day projects today.